Hey guys, today our devotion is from Acts 17. But before we get into that, we want to remind you today we're praying for Gertrude Simmons. And this is AJ. Peace. Okay. Paul came up against a lot of people during his ministry. Sometimes it was religious snobs, but this time it's the intellectuals. We see him in Athens going to tell people about Christ. And he meets this group of people. It says these people just sit around all day in Athens talking about the latest ideas. They love to think about just deep thoughts and to sit around, and they actually start to mock Paul when he comes and he's preaching the gospel. And they say, who is this babbler? What does he think he's talking about? And eventually he sort of gets their attention. But what they don't understand is that Paul isn't there just to add a new idea into the ones that they're talking about. They're sitting and talking about different gods and things and how trees were made and all this kind of stuff, and the God of the sun. And he's not there just to add another idea in. He's there to proclaim to them the one true God, the God who made everything, who made them. And he doesn't hold back in that passage. We see him tell them plainly that, God created them and that they had begun to worship his creation instead of him. And in the past, he had overlooked times of ignorance like that. But no longer. He was calling them to repentance. But one of the things that the people of Athens believed was that they served their gods. And Paul says, God doesn't need to be served. The one true God doesn't need anything from us. He is self-sufficient. And I think that's something for us to consider today. As we spend time meditating on God, something for us to be thankful for. Knowing that God doesn't depend on us. And I'm thankful for that. Sometimes we can get a little bit too big in our own view of ourselves, thinking that the ministry depends on us or this or that. God is the only thing that we need, and he doesn't need us, but he allows us just to enjoy his presence and to have communion with him. So anyways, let's meditate on God today, again with this understanding. He is self-sufficient, the only being that has ever been that way, ever will be that way. He is self-sufficient. God bless you guys. Bye. You can say bye.
Bye.